Still in the story of the woman who broke the alabaster jar over the head of the Lord Jesus Christ. And in her defense, after all the criticism she receives from the disciples, here's one beautiful phrase that always sticks with me. It's a glorious phrase and one to bear in mind constantly. Leave her alone. She did what she could. She did what she could. That's one of the greatest statements and the most comforting statements. She did what she could. Not what she couldn't. She did what she could. Maybe Mary, in looking at the disciples around the table, wished that she could preach and perform miracles and cast out demons and be active in that way for the Lord Jesus Christ. But that wasn't her place. She had an alabaster jar and she broke it over the head of Jesus. She wasn't equipped to be a frontline preacher and a teacher and an exorcist and all these areas, but she did what she could. That's got to be a great comfort to every single Christian. We don't look at others and think, well, I wish I could do that and I want to do this or the other. We do what we can. And if it's from a heart of love, the Lord Jesus Christ defends us, he's delighted with us, and we can be sure that we're serving him. But it must come from a heart of love, and it certainly did with Mary. Gifts, we all have different gifts, different stages of life. Maybe you're at home with the kids and maybe they're keeping you up at night. Maybe there are difficulties in the family. Then you're no longer able at this stage in life to be doing kids clubs and actively involved in many areas of church life. But I tell you this, you must do what you can, not what you can't. And you could just chat to a friend over the garden fence. So you can invite people in for a cup of coffee. You can invite people to come to church. You can pray. Thinking as we get older, perhaps, I'm saying we now, including myself in that category, I've got many older members and they think, oh, I can't do what I used to be able to do, but I tell you what they do. They pray, and they really do pray. She did what she could, not what she couldn't. May we be at peace as long as we have a heart of love for the Lord Jesus Christ, as long as we're not procrastinating and being indolent. Then the Lord is pleased when we do what we can. She did what she could, not what she couldn't. In the light of the gospel, that Christ lived for me, he died for me, he rose again, and simply trusting in him, I can have my sins forgiven, there's peace with God, there's a certainty of heaven to come. I have a desire to serve, but I must understand this. God expects me to do what I can, not what I can't.